A wave of reports has emerged suggesting that Ukrainian forces may have carried out or are preparing to carry out strikes deep inside Russian territory, potentially targeting military installations near Moscow. The strikes reportedly involve long-range missiles supplied by the United States, reigniting fierce debate in Washington and across Europe about the limits of Western support for Kyiv. According to sources cited by multiple international outlets, recent explosions in Russia's Bryansk and Belgorod regions bear the signature of Western-supplied systems, such as the Army Tactical Missile System, ATACMS. While Ukrainian officials have neither confirmed nor denied these attacks, social media footage and satellite imagery show multiple impacts consistent with precision-guided strikes. If verified, this would mark one of the boldest escalations in the war since Russia's full-scale invasion began in February 2022. For months, the U.S. had resisted allowing its weapons to be used for attacks inside Russia, fearing direct confrontation with Moscow. But with Russian missile barrages continuing against Ukrainian cities and civilian infrastructure, that policy appears to be shifting. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov condemned the alleged attacks as acts of terrorism orchestrated by the United States, warning that such moves will not go unanswered. Russian state media have already begun framing the strikes as proof of direct U.S. involvement in the conflict, fueling concerns of a broader geopolitical showdown. In Washington, the Biden administration and now the Trump-aligned opposition are engaged in a heated policy debate. Reports indicate that Donald Trump, who continues to hold major influence within the Republican Party, has privately discussed decisive measures if Moscow's aggression expands into NATO territory. Some analysts interpret this as political posturing, while others fear it hints at an escalation doctrine that could include offensive posturing toward Russian assets. The U.S. Department of Defense has not officially confirmed the authorization of Ukrainian strikes inside Russia, but several anonymous Pentagon sources have acknowledged that operational flexibility was recently granted to Kyiv. This phrase, widely interpreted by defense analysts, suggests that Ukraine may now have the green light to engage targets across the border, especially those used to launch attacks on Ukrainian soil. Critics in Congress argue that such a move risks crossing a dangerous red line. If U.S. weapons hit Moscow, even indirectly, the world could be facing a nuclear flashpoint, warns Senator Rand Paul. Meanwhile, pro-Ukraine lawmakers insist that limiting Kyiv's reach only benefits the Kremlin. Ukraine must be allowed to defend itself fully, Senator Lindsey Graham said, even if that means taking the fight to Russian territory. The White House has maintained a measured tone, emphasizing that Ukraine's decisions on how to defend its sovereignty are its own. Yet the ambiguity surrounding what defensive use truly means is deepening global unease. In Moscow, the mood is defiant and anxious.